Are you singing Cats?
Hi. For a second I was.
You were
it
singing
just
the
sort
musical
of,
Cats?
You've been early in the day and your brain's on random and things just go and come out sometimes?
That's me 24/7.
Random. Okay.
Very
Dorothy
random.
knows all about the random. It's Ale and it's Dorothy from the band Dorothy. It's 97.1 The Eagle live at BFD. Thank you for making it.
Thank you for having me.
And you dressed to the nines, girl.
Hey, yes, it's rainy and cloudy, so I'm a little Morticia Adams
Every
today.
other single body in the entire venue here is running around in shorts and T-shirts, and we just barely pulled it together to be presentable for the world, and you look like you're getting ready to play the Grammys.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Well, hopefully one day that will be a fact.
Yeah.
But yesterday we played San Antonio and it was 100 degrees. It's actually really nice out right now, and I had just sweat pouring down my back. But fake it till you make it. Don't tell anyone.
The River City Rock Fest.
Yes,
you guys
River
did
City
it.
Rock Fest. We did.
Fantastic. Rock is dead. Now I know it's an album.
No, it's
not. I know it's an album name, but let's talk about the phrase itself. It's one that's tossed around in a lot of controversy nowadays. I personally, especially considering the way I brought myself up, I don't believe it to be true. But there's a lot of people out there that think, oh, well, our heroes are dying and things are changing and the way people listen to music and the albums thing. And
so we need new heroes.
Yeah.
Right?
And we're getting them. We're growing them.
Yeah.
We're hoping to water a few right here in the early part of the day at BFD.
Yeah, and it's thanks to festivals like this and radio stations like you guys that, make those decisions and, disseminate the music to the masses.
Right.
And so, yeah, music always has trends, but no, it's never dead. I mean, I've seen so many great rock bands in my lifetime and recently.
And I remember The Who saying that in a song like maybe 30 or 40 years ago. And it feels like the same kind of cliche and the same kind of just double negative that's just not going to turn out to be true. So, and especially thanks to bands like yours, because you guys put album level effort into what you do, and you also at the same time, with a nod to how important the travel and the live show is nowadays, there's also this fantastic visual element to what you do too, very much like our guys in Starset who do it with more of like a sci-fi attack. But you guys, you not only think with your ears when it comes to Dorothy's presentation, but you're thinking with your eyes in a big, big way, too. And It seems like you're doing that from the get-go. Some bands like to do the album, put it out, and then they decide what their show is going to look like. Yeah. Are you guys doing all of that at the very beginning? Because that's what it seems like.
Well, in the very beginning, we don't really have much production. We just plug in and play. We have a backdrop with and if we're lucky, the lighting guy is cool, or we have our own lighting guy. But as far as wardrobe and videos and pictures, I'm a very visual person, so for me, I remember I grew up in the 90s and everything, the videos back then were insane, right? TRL was popping, it was so cool. So it was come home from school, see what artists are making video wise. Visually for me, that was very important as a way of connecting with the artist. So we're going to actually be putting out another video for Down to the Bottom, our single.
Nice.
Which we haven't shot yet, but we will. So visually for me, it's very important to have a concept and something maybe that's a little theatrical or interesting at the very least, because if you have to draw people in that way, not everybody's, audio. Some people are visual. Some people are, learn through different ways, touch, feel, whatever sensation hits them the strongest. So if you got to kind of spice it up a little visually to pull them in so that they listen to your music, that's fine too. I think that's a smart way of presenting yourself.
Right. And I could just just from listening to your music and learning about your band, I can kind of see where you guys are headed and how much the visual ties in with the aural part of it too, I could see you guys being the kind of band that when you release your third, your fourth, your fifth album, it's like that 5-gatefold job with lots of great graphic art in it and lots of things to sit and listen to while you track all the way through the album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I kind of picture you guys attacking it.
I think you're going to be surprised at this next album. It's going to be more eclectic than the first, because I'm working with a few different people. So, naturally, they're putting their little touch on everything. So what I'm looking for is for each song to have the potential to be a single, and each song to be something so good. Because now you can just pick and choose songs and download those, and instead of buying the whole CD. Where I came from, you go down and you buy the Nirvana album on CD.
Yes.
You get the pamphlet inside, you get the imagery and hopefully the lyrics. I
Right.
put the lyrics on mine because I think it's important. I like to read along when I'm listening to an artist and see what they're
Exactly.
saying and read
That's
what they're
I was
saying. It's like their diary almost. So we're going to continue doing that.
So when it comes to creating, I love the fact that on the visual level and all that, there's some deep thinking going on. But at the same time, you guys have been quoted as saying it's songs. We want to write songs that Beavis and Butthead might like. And I get there's a simplicity to rock, and there's an escape to that simplicity, you know, because life is getting more complex all the time.
Who doesn't love Beavis and Butthead?
And rocking is a simple act, and I think that's what Beavis and Butthead were about. Like, let's just break it down to the basics and blow some steam out as human beings. And
I don't even know who came up with that quote. I just know everybody in the band loves Beavis and Butthead. Like, we grew up on 90s MTV and even earlier than that.
Uh-huh.
And, like, I don't know. Everybody has a pretty good sense of humor. Everyone's pretty good-natured and funny. But, yes, the most important thing is writing good songs. You
Right
know,
on.
and something that's just simple and with a beautiful melody and with lyrics that are honest make the best songs. Because if it's contrived, fans can tell. They can feel it. And I can certainly feel it, and I wouldn't be comfortable with that.
Well, it's only 3 or 4 years along in your journey in this band, right? Or am I incorrect about that?
I don't even think 4 yet. Maybe creeping up on
From
4.
the very beginning.
From the very
to now.
beginning, yeah.
That's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket for a lot of bands, you know? Congratulations.
It's been a wild. Thank you. It's been fun.
It's been a long 4 years.
And I'll look back and be like, what was I wearing? Why?
Congrats on everything. You
Thank
guys
you.
deserve all you're getting, and we really, really enjoy your music, and
Thank
we
you so
enjoy
much.
watching your music go down as well as listening to it,
I
too.
appreciate
So
it.
good luck
Thanks.
with everything.
And the band couldn't be here, but they say hi.
Yeah, hi. They're backstage talking about Beavis and Butthead, probably. 97.1 The Eagle at BFD with Dorothy. Eagle at